In this video, we'll talk about the order of precedence in the logical, relational, and mathematical operators. As you can see, the lowest is the logical OR, followed by logical AND then all the relational operators have the same priority, and when we see them, we just go from try to process them from left to right, followed by the plus and minus, followed by the multiplication and divisions, and then the logical NOT, followed by the exponents, and the highest precedence is for the parentheses. So that's important, when you have evaluating expression, to remember this the order we have here. And as I said, for the relation operators, they can come above the logical operators except for the NOT, but they all have the same level, and when you see them, you have to start from left to right. So let's look at some examples here. Okay, in this example, we have to decide which operation to do first. So we have relation operations, the less than and the equal to. So this should be lower precedence than the division and the plus. So this is the order. We have the division, highest order here, then followed by the plus, then we do the less than and equal, the last thing. So this is the order here. So the first thing, we evaluate this, so 20 over 2, so that will give you a 10. So this will be your first step. You have to do this first. Then since the plus is the second order, so 10 plus 10, so that will be the second order, so you get a 20. And then for the relational operators, you do them from left to right, because both of them are equal order or equal precedence, so you do them from left to right. So then you do this before you do the other side. So 6 is smaller than 20, which is a true. So for true, we put 1, and then 1 equal to 10 evaluates as wrong or false, so that's a 0 there. So in this example, we kept the numbers the same, but we added parentheses, so we changed the order. So we know that the parentheses, they have the highest precedence compared to the other one. So this term should be evaluated, and this term should be evaluated first. So maybe you go from left to right, since both are parentheses. So 6 smaller than 10, so that's true, so that's 1. And then we need to evaluate whatever inside that parentheses. So, and then to do this, we need to do the division before we do the equal to. So 20 over 2, so this is 10. So 10 equal to 10, so that's a true statement, so which evaluates for 1. So 1 here and 1 there, so that will give you a 2. We have another example here. So again, the parentheses has the highest order compared to then in this case we do the multiplication and division, and then we do the summation, and this will be lowest order compared to the division and multiplication. So let's evaluate the parentheses first. So 6 is smaller than 10, so that is true, so that evaluates into 1. 7 is larger than 8, that's false, which evaluates to 0. And then let's do the whatever inside this parentheses. So we have to do the multiplication and division are in the same order, so we start from left to right. So 5 times 3 is 15, and if we do the others, we need to do the division before we do the equal to. So 60 divided by 4 is 15. So 15 equal to 15, so that's true, and that's 1. So we have 1 plus, then we do the last thing, we do the summation. So 1 plus 0 plus 1, so that should give you a 2. So it's important for you to remember the order of precedence, and again, remember the parentheses are the highest order, and then the logical and logical or in the bottom. Logical order is the lowest, logical and remember also the relational operators, they are all equal precedence, but if you see any of them, you start evaluating them from left to right if they are at in the same order. And that's can summarize the order of precedence.